Food is design. It's a design when you compose plates, but it's amazing, even better, and the most delightful design when it's about the units. Pasta comes from Latin and it means paste. It's about putting together water and some powder. There is cultures that use rice powder in the world, and the others use soy powder. In Italy, we tend to use drum wheat. Pasta existed for centuries, but it really blossomed during the Renaissance. It's only later on in the 17th century that became more mass-produced. When you design an object of any kind, you think of how you want it to perform. Think about the same for pasta. Do you want it to be ribbed or do you want it to be smooth? Ribbed ones absorb sauce better. Or do you want them to be round or do you want them to be square? They have a different feel on palate. Everything is for a reason. In amazing taxonomy of past species, there are many different ways to divide it, but one of the basic divisions is between fresh pasta and dry pasta. Dry pasta is always drum wheat flour and water. Fresh pasta could be either that or could be flour and eggs. Think of having a dough that you can shape in any way you want. I mean, really, wouldn't you go crazy? Dry and fresh, and there is also long and short, and within these families there are even more diversity. Let's talk about some really classical types of short pasta. Penne, we all know them, right? They are cut at a slant angle, so perfect to pick up some of the sauce. Farfalle means butterflies. How do you call it here? Bow ties, because they're like pinched in the middle. Arcuata means little ears. They are typical from Puglia and they are delicious. Conquilla, shells, and of course they look like shells. They are ribbed, so they scoop up the sauce on the outside and they are smooth on the inside. Pasta is definitely gorgeous, but form is also about how it touches palate, how it touches the tongue. So it's never just about giving it a shape. Many so-called great designers failed miserably. When we hone one object across centuries, standards become really high. Many so-called great artists failed miserably because they tried to impose a shape onto pasta. The great Philip Stark tried mandala. Some parts of it, the walls were very thick and others were thinner. So when you would boil the pasta, some of it would be completely mushy, while part of it was too crunchy and uncooked. So really wrong. But there are not women from Bologna, there are not chefs from Naples, there are not centuries of families of grandmothers that were trying to improve on thinness of the walls of the pasta. There is no way to trace pasta back to just one designer or one inventor, and that's the beauty of it. It belongs to people, and if you think about it, this simple mixture of carbohydrate and water becomes a scaffold for a whole culture to be built.